Welcome to the Conscientious Movement. Today we're joined by Mr. Peter Ndoro, Director Ndoro, as he refers to himself.
Yes.
He's the CEO and founder of Chadi TV, based in Mombasa or the coastal region, I believe.
Actually, Kilifi County, based in Kilifi County.
Oh, Kilifi County. So please introduce yourself.
Yeah.
Let us know who you are.
So my name is Peter. My full name is actually Peter Toya Ndoro. I am I'm Mijikenda from Kilifi County. I'm still a young man. I am not I'm still a young man. The Kenyan age of young people is 35. I know. So based in Kilifi, which is the coastal region. Professionally, I am a social worker, community development officer. But I am also the founder and CEO of Chadi TV. Chadi TV is under a company called Chadi Media Group. So I'm still the founder and chairman of the company, which now Chadi is a product of. So yes, basically, I don't know what I'm really supposed to fit in that introduction, but I guess since we are having a conversation about Chadi TV, I guess that's that.
So let me ask, how did the idea of Chadi TV come about? Or Chadi even Chadi?
Chadi is a word, originally a Mijikenda word, which in other terms means persistence, or it can also mean hard work. It can also mean not giving up. So it's a term that for me personally, it describes my mother. My mother is a tough one. She's a fighter, and she's someone who really never gives up on whatever she wants to achieve. So that it has to do with my mom, but also it has to do with because Chadi is a female name from where I come from. So basically, it's a term that relates very firmly with the Mijikenda community in the coastal region. Because when I talk about Chadi, we are talking about a state where people really work hard, people are really persistent with their goals, people who are not just going to give up what they started. So that's that, and yeah. So when I started Chadi last year, around June 2020, I had a job at that time, but it was coming to an end. So again, it was in the middle of a pandemic. It was not going to be easy to get another job. So before the job ended, I really sat down and asked myself, what was I going to do after the job, now that I have some bills to take care of. But then it happens that I have had interaction and long-term experience with social media. Because initially I was doing events planning and management. And to do events that really do well, you have to really have the art of social media marketing. So I had interacted much with social media. I had seen what was being created, and at that time, so much content was being created by different people. Either it's comedy skits from the likes of our comedians in Kenya. So it was a thing that was going around, and now that I personally had a touch with social media, I said, let me also do what is being done, because it actually thought there was some way these guys were earning an income. But again, I'm not a comedian. And I wasn't going to be a comedian for next time. So I knew I could come up with something, maybe to even have comedians on board, a platform where these comedians can come on board, a platform where I can have also other ideas being incorporated and see how we can all gain from it. That's why I started researching on online TVs now, how they worked on YouTube and the previous TVs that I've known. So yeah, it popped up, and I said it's a long shot because managing an online TV or even starting is easy, but now making it, running it, and all that management, I knew it was a long shot. But again, I knew I had to try somewhere. Like you just have to start somewhere, then let everything flow. So that's how I started. So Charlie, the name, and then had I laid out a plan. I created a team now because I don't even have any skills on production that is to do with camera editing. I'm not a journalist. I don't even host interviews. But again, I am. If there is one thing I know I am good at, it's leading or managing a team. I've done that before, and I knew what I needed was a team who had all these skills. So what I did, I recruited a team.
So what do you?
And then we started.
So what do you look for when you're selecting your team, or rather your talent? What is that one attribute or those attributes that you look for in selecting people for your team?
When I started in 2020, I really didn't have a code of how I'm going to select my team. I was looking at who had what resources that I needed. If it was I needed a cameraman, I needed someone who already had a camera and the skills to do production. If it was an editor, I needed to know someone who was doing good in the editing. So at the time, I was really looking at who had the resources and who was interested to join me. And as time goes by, we've been running for a year and 2 months now. We are even going to a third month, and so I've had to recruit new members after the first team. And now I've been able to know what kind of people I need in the team to work with Charlie today. And I came up with a code that helps me to identify such people. Looking at people who, before I enroll, I recruit someone, I check them out first, see about their behavior, past experiences, and also check on recommendations. So I really look at people who are first are very disciplined, but most important, people are very passionate on what they really want to do at Journey TV. So, thirdly, I really look at people who are patient, because we are not going to wake up the next day and have a studio and everything. So there's had to be a big deal of patience for these guys who are coming on board, but also professionalism. So I have three, I don't know if I can call them values or principles, but someone has to, there's discipline, there's passion, there's patience, and then there's professionalism. If someone is can showcase these 4 principles or can abide by them, then of course,
and they're good.
We can work. Yeah.
So you Charlie TV has been running for almost a year and 3 months, as you said. You're headed for a year 3 months, right?
Yeah, sure.
What are some of the challenges that you faced, and how have you gone about solving some of the challenges?
The challenges I have faced in this 1 year.
Within the 1 year.
Basically, content creation has got to do with the availability of equipment. I'm talking about production equipment like cameras, and lights, and a lot of equipment, which currently we do not have as a channel. I do not have those equipment. So how I do it is sometimes I have to hire these items. But some of the members of my team have a few equipment which we use, but some other equipment we have to hire for production. And also it has been because now Chadi, the whole Chadi team has a boss, and that boss is me, and that boss has to provide for logistics, for everything that has to be undertaken in the company. And as you know, the economy has been very bad. So these are some of the challenges which I think have been there. So lack of equipment, and then having to cater for these logistics regularly during productions. I think those are two that have been standing out.
Moving from employment to starting your own TV channel on YouTube, raking in around 3.6k followers, which, by the way, congratulations. It's no mean feat having 3,000 people watching your content. Will you advise any youth out there that this is a viable step or way to create employment for themselves?
Definitely, yes. It's not just happening to me, it's happening countrywide, even in other countries. We have a lot of content creators on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. It's one thing that is very possible when you're looking at starting off as an entrepreneur. And what people need to know is that it pays off, but if only you are ready to do what it takes. It will need you to be very consistent with what you do. Also, it will need you to identify what you really want to achieve, and then what you really want to give out to your fans. But most importantly, again, with content creation, you have to identify your audience. Who are these people who are you're making this content for? And how are you going to involve them to make sure that they stick with you throughout the years? So yes, of course. Again, it has to do with someone who is ready and willing to do what it takes. Because I had a job, like I said, but again, it wasn't really what I wanted to do for myself. It was a good job, yes, I was being paid enough. At the end of the day, I come home and I feel like I have not achieved anything. See. I asked myself, this job might end anytime soon. What will be there for me? Will I have achieved my goal? Because I have personal goals apart from the job. Because the job is working for someone. You are really working to achieve someone's goals. But eventually, when it comes to an end, have you achieved your goals? So these questions were really the things that pushed me to go as an entrepreneur now. It's not for everyone to become an entrepreneur. That people who are good at keeping jobs, that those people like us who feel like we need to do what we have to do for ourselves. So people have to choose, actually. I'm not saying having a job is bad. It's a good thing if that's really what you want to do. But for me, I felt like there was something missing. That's why I went I quit and I started charity.
Yeah, you had a gap to fill. So if you were to do anything else other than Chadi TV, right? If you were still employed at the time and all, what else
Right.
would you be doing differently other than you venturing in Chadi TV?
I was doing events planning
Mhm.
before charity TV and before the job. So I guess I will be really, because it's something I had ventured into very seriously. I even had a team doing the events. We had actually started an event which was doing well at the Coast region. It was called Kilifi Music Festival. So it was a really, we did it in 2019, and then 2018 and 2019. So we were going to do it annually. But now in 2020, with COVID, we had to break. So I guess if I wasn't in Chadi TV, right, I would have maybe sorted things with the events planning and all that. Yeah.
I guess sometimes.
But remember, I'm also a professional community development officer. So maybe I would have found another job.
Yeah, I remember we met in Shikadabu Dispensary the first time. Yeah, that is in Mombasa, Likoni sub-county.
Yeah.
So probably you'll still be going around Likoni
that's where we met.
And supporting community health volunteers.
Yeah.
But maybe
actually the project is still existing.
But it's good that they're still getting the support they need. Looking back, before starting Chadi TV till now, what is that one thing that you would have done differently? That you say, this one I would have done differently?
Actually, I wouldn't do anything different. I know within the year I have had my challenges, I have had my mistakes, but what I have come to realize is everything is a process. When you're starting something new, you don't really get to know everything that will happen the next day or in the future. So you get to go step by step. So if I look back right now, there have been mistakes, but actually no regrets. I think I've done my part. I've done the best I can, and I believe there's more to be done. Yeah. So nothing different I will do. Just that what I know, there's more to be done, and there's time for that. So there's definitely.
There's more good to come in the near future. So which is that one bit you really say, this one I actually like this conversation or this video?
I like all of them. They're my videos. They have costed me a lot. Actually, you know what happens is every video on that channel has costed me something. Either it's money, either it's airtime and all that. But again, when you look at them, there are some that have done really well in terms of the number of views. But again, there are some which I personally created. Again, I was personally on the ground and made sure that everything goes as planned. And also the editing part was also done perfectly. So when you go to the channel that is Chadi TV on YouTube, you will see a video. I titled it Mama Ongea na Mwanao. If I were to send a sample of my productions to someone who wants to see how we do our work, I will definitely send that.
Perfect. So which is that one best comment you've received that you liked amongst your videos?
The worst comment.
The best and worst comment.
Yes.
Mhm.
The worst or the best?
Both.
Well, the best is that I know Shadi TV is not just about me. I have right now I have about 15 young people who are working with me,
Mhm.
either in the production department or the journalism, the guys who sit on before the cameras. So these guys are doing their thing. They're on board on Charlie TV to do what they want to do with their life,
Mhm.
what they're passionate about.
Mhm.
And every day I get a lot of requests from young people asking to join Charlie TV.
Mhm.
But also I also get other comments about what I do. People saying I'm really doing a great job
Mhm.
at Charlie TV. I mean, sometimes I sit down and I look down on myself because of the challenges that I got through and feel like I'm not even moving, I'm not even growing.
Mhm.
But then you meet someone, that person tells you he's really amazed with what you're doing,
Mhm.
or maybe she really looks up to what you do,
Mhm.
and I mean, there's a lot of positivity when you meet people,
Mhm.
and they especially when they meet you for the first time. I've met people, and like when I'm introduced that this is the director of Charlie TV,
Mhm.
they twice. This is the director is showing that what I'm doing is actually a very big thing, and it means a lot to people out there.
If you were to
So that's really
yeah.
a big,
Yeah.
yeah.
If you were to advise anyone who wants to start their YouTube channel or online TV, yeah, what are some of the steps that they should take so that they can establish something like what you already are running right now? Any
What are some of
advice?
the what?
Advice?
Oh, emphasis.
Yeah, advice.
Actually, when you so actually, I will tell someone if that's really what you want to do, then you should start immediately. I mean, start from somewhere. You don't have to have a big camera. You don't have to have a lot of people working for you. Actually, I am told that Flacco, the
Yeah,
comedian,
the comedian.
Otis.
Yeah, Momo Otis.
I heard that he produces all his content using a phone, not a camera. Yeah, so if there's someone out there who really wants to start an online TV, it is possible. But like I said, before you start, you need to really think about what you want to achieve. When you identify that, you need to ask yourself: is that really what you're passionate about? Because it has to do with passion. Otherwise, you'll hit some rocks and you'll just give up. It has to be something you really want to do, and also know that it's not going to be easy. It's not a piece of cake. It's not going to be easy. You're going to face some challenges. But let me tell you, it is very much possible. I mean, it is already happening. There are people who are doing better than me outside, who started some long time ago, and that. So imagine if these people didn't start at all, or they quit in the middle of it. What would happen? Oh, that's the answer. That's what I would say.
So, what's your favorite thing and least favorite thing about the online TV, doing the online TV work?
One is I really get to do what I want at my own given time with no one sitting on my head. I have the freedom to express my ideas whenever I want. But also I get to work with a very wonderful team, fellow young people who are also passionate about their dreams. And most importantly for me, I feel so honored to be the one to support these guys to do what they can. It's not every day you have guys who believe in you and who really believe that you can help them achieve what they want to do in their life. So I am really honored to have these guys on board, and that's actually my favorite part. The least favorite part, as you had requested, there are challenges that are happening. Sometimes you have people disappointing you. I think I'll just say that in this business, you'll just be disappointed. So much disappointments. It's not a piece of cake.
Yeah.
But people wouldn't know that because actually they just see you distributing content on your channel anytime, whenever they need it. But they don't really know what it takes to bring that content online. Which is actually kind of fun because facing challenges is actually trying to come up with more creative ways of say living. Yeah, so that's just that. Yeah.
Anyone who wants to start their social media journey and making money out of it, because again numbers speak volumes. What are some of the ways that people can make money out of the online space?
Well, there's a lot of ways to earn from the social media. For example, from YouTube. YouTube guys pay you for advertising on your content. So there's money that you're earning from them. That is one. Two, you get to have businesses or companies wanting to advertise their products with your channel on your videos. So they pay for that also. But again, when you look at the entire social media from TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you will find that nowadays we have a lot of content creators. Different content, there's comedy, there's a lot of things that people are coming on board. See, if you've been following like most of our comedians, the likes of Flacco, the likes of which comedian do you know?
There's Njugush, there's Crazy Kena.
So this guy, you realize that with the content that they are providing on their platforms, there's some advertisement content they are distributing to their fan base, to their audience. They are being paid for that. But again, to be paid to get such endorsements or ambassador deals, you have to have a huge following too. So it calls for building your audience first. Numbers really matter in this business. So it pays, but again, it takes time. You need to know that you won't wake up tomorrow and expect to get paid already. You have to do time, and it's a process because you have to have a large audience that the advertiser can use to advertise his or her product through you now.
Okay. Speaking of marketing, speaking of marketing, do you predict any shift in terms of how people market their goods and services online?
It gets even better, because right now we have many companies and businesses paying online influencers
Mm.
to do advertisement for them.
Mhm.
I read somewhere that if your business is not online, then
It doesn't
it's not even a
exist.
yeah. So in future, I'm seeing most business people going online because people they're saying that because the future is online.
Mhm.
Yeah, so most business people are going online, but also we need to also expect the kind of shift that these companies and brands and businesses
Mm.
are also creating their own platforms on social media.
Mm.
So as much as they are using celebrity advertisement right now, they are
Mhm.
also building their own audience. So
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. Maybe in future they will only use their audience to market their products. So
Word for
we
word, yeah.
content creators have to also be creative and expect that and see
Mhm.
how if that happens how we are going to survive again. So
Ah.
maybe we can expect that in future that shift from the advertisers using content creators to them
Mhm.
using their own social media platforms.
Mhm.
I think that is possible, right?
Mhm. Mhm. That is highly possible. So now, what is next for Chadi TV? What should we
Well,
look out for?
Chadi TV is a big dream.
Mhm.
It actually is derived from a setup of a media house because what I want to do is create a media house in the coastal
Mhm.
region, not for Kilifi County.
Mhm.
I I want it to be based in Kilifi County, but recognizing all over Kenya and even beyond.
Mhm.
So we will have what we call a Chadi Media Group, which you are already aware of.
Mhm.
Where now I want to bring up TV, which was already in operation.
Mhm.
Maybe in future I want to bring the radio,
Mhm.
and we will also have a music label and also have a newspaper or magazine in future.
Mhm.
But really, right now, I'm really working on how we can set up a studio for
Mhm.
Chadi TV.
Mhm.
Maybe a studio plus an office. Because but now we don't have a studio,
Mhm.
and it's something that comes with 5 people I talk to. You will realize that at least 3 or 4 people ask about where our studios are or where our offices are. I
Mhm.
mean, for business to really do it, you have to have a physical location where people, clients can find you. But
Mhm.
also, when you look at the importance of a studio, it is
Mhm.
because they are celebrities, they are big personalities who should come to our interviews.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
again, they look at where you are inviting them to.
Mhm.
They have their own standard, so you
Yeah.
have to set yourself to their standard to be
Mhm.
able to attract them. So I
Mhm.
believe setting up this video will really put us on a bigger space on the map. We'll actually have these guys, the big superstars, Alikiba, Harmonize, who come to Nairobi for media tours. I
Mhm.
hope when we set up, they'll be able to come to Chadi today too. Yeah, so that's exactly the plan.
Mhm.
And I really want to thank you, a few of my friends, for supporting Chadi TV. I know you have known Chadi TV from where it actually started from zero.
Mhm.
Until now we are almost 4K subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
Personally, I have had to get support from my friends, including you.
Mhm.
So shout out to you for supporting Chadi TV. I want people to know that you're one of the people who are really keeping us going
Mhm.
with our programs and productions. I can't mention all of them, but maybe for the sake of those who will watch this video, I have
Please.
you, Samuel. I have someone called George Gilani. I have someone called George Kanundu. I have someone called James Kenga, and some many friends who support the Charlie TV team. And I want to tell you guys, I'm very grateful. You're not just supporting me. There's a team behind me of young people who are really trying to achieve their dreams through Charlie TV. So you're not supporting Peter, you're very much supporting them too. But you're also supporting the dream that in the near future we are going to have a media house that is run by young people and run and owned by young people. Also going to reach out and provide more opportunities for young people to join and maybe even earn a living from it.
Yeah.
But the goal is to have more young people getting opportunities. So now that we have come up to create these opportunities, it's not easy.
Yeah.
But we are not going to give up. We are going to press on. And I thank you guys for supporting Charlie TV. Yeah.
We also we really look forward to seeing Charlie TV being the home of inspiration. So you have our support for that. Okay, thank you so much for thank you so much for talking to us.
I have some questions too.
Yeah, please.
For the sake of people maybe who will be watching this on the site of Charlie TV, maybe our subscribers and our followers. Maybe you could tell us about your organization and what you do, and basically you as a person, your position, what you're really doing.
Oh wow. Okay, so my name is Sami Kehio. I'm the Managing Director for the sector of People Empowerment and Human Development under the movement called the Conscientization Movement. This is a movement that is mainly based in Zimbabwe, with the founder being Panashe. It was it started as a workshop which flopped, where they had intended to have a child rights awareness campaign, and then their supporter kind of went away. But then when he went back to the hall and he was talking to the children, he found the children talking amongst themselves and creating awareness amongst each other. And so from there, it really just sparked in him, and he saw that the challenges that we face, we are the same people who can actually solve our own challenges. And I think that is where the movement began. So our mission is to have a just and socially inclusive society where everyone has an opportunity to thrive. And given that is part and parcel of what I'm also really interested in seeing, I joined the conscientization movement based here in Kenya, running operations under the sector for people empowerment and human development. Yeah.
Okay. So how are young people, especially in Kenya, benefiting from this department?
At the moment, we have started, and this is part and parcel of how they will benefit, because again, we want to create awareness on how young people can actually benefit in the opportunities that lie amongst themselves. Given a situation where people lost their jobs, and yet there's social media that people can earn from, yeah. So by the time we start creating awareness on some of the ways and opportunities that young people can tap into, that is how we want to first start by. And then now we can see how we can get opportunities for other people to even now start implementing the opportunities. Yeah.
I have to congratulate you for that big position.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thank you, thank you.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations. That's a big step. That's a big step.
Asante sana.
So, you let me know how maybe I can be of support in any way.
Mhm.
Uh, uh, from our part as Study TV,
Mhm.
I believe there's much we can do.
Yeah.
Uh, we can do more of these forums.
Mhm.
We can organize for my team, maybe a Zoom meeting for my team, the
Yeah.
beneficiaries. This
Yeah.
what we've discussed today is me giving out about my opinion.
Yeah.
But you see, when more heads are put together, there's more content and there's more empowerment there.
Yeah.
But also physically, you can always ask us how we can support your programs.
Mhm.
And I know there's a lot of support we would need for programs. So I really look forward to working together with you guys more in the future, near future.
I appreciate your support and I look
But
forward to joining you as well on the same.
also, thank you for having me.
Asante sana. Okay.
So,
Asante
this has
sana.
been a very wonderful moment. Thank you.
Thank you as well. I really appreciate having you on board and sharing your journey on how you began Chadi TV. It's not an easy step to have a moment to reflect.
Yeah,
On your
actually, I
journey.
used to tell myself,
Uh-huh.
I used to tell myself I wouldn't do any interviews
Ah,
until my story had actually some solid benefits
uh-huh.
that that I can say I have done this, I've done this, I've done this.
Yeah,
Since you said it was about also empowering young people out there
yeah,
and also giving insight to them, I thought maybe there's someone out there who really is wondering how to start off. Maybe they will see this and start
and
up.
get some, yeah, and get some pointers on how to begin in the first place. Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you.
This will be a stopping point for us.